Good afternoon, everyone. First one, I know everyone's going to ask about my shirt. So this is from Fight the New Drug. People are not products. On the back, it says a little bit more. I don't know if you can see it. But it's talking about how human trafficking and pornography go hand in hand. It is not a religious organization. It is more scientific, but it is a great website to go to if you're struggling, because anything can be an addiction. You can be addicted to your phone. You can be addicted to anything else. But there's so much, and I'm not going to get into too much detail because that's not what this video is meant to be about. I will talk more about it in a future video. But check out Fight the New Drug. You can watch some free documentaries on there. A lot of free content that you can learn more about it and how to beat it. So anyway, I've been struggling with depression and anxiety, and I haven't really been spending much time with God. Therefore, it affects you all over. You get sick a lot. Your stomach's a mess. I struggle with gastritis, which is what I'm going to talk about in this video. What I do to help that. But my biggest thing is I need to be in the Word and spending time with God and listening to worship music. And I hope to get back to exercising because that also helps, releases endorphins and all, and so much. But main thing is just read the Word, maybe just listen to worship music and cry out to God and tell him what you're struggling with. So here's the verse that is on my heart today. Hear my cry, O God, attend unto my prayer. For the end of the earth will I cry unto thee. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. For thou hast been a shelter for me and a strong tower from the enemy. I will abide in the tabernacle forever. I will trust in thy comfort of thy wings. Selah. This is Psalms 61, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's so much more to read. Psalms are the best to be in when you need comfort from God. And this is somebody writing about it. I'm not exactly sure. This is a Psalm of David. I'm not exactly sure who wrote it. I'm not that knowledgeable yet, but I'm trying to learn. But just, it's somebody crying out to God. And a lot of these, these people who wrote the Bible walked with Jesus. And they're still crying out for help. So they were still having struggles. So you're not alone in this. So if you need any prayers or any comfort, just, leave a comment below and I will pray for you. So I'm going to get to my stomach stuff, and disclaimer, I am not a doctor. This is something that I do that works for me. It's, it's nothing medical. So it's all natural stuff that I choose for myself to use. So anyway, I will tell you what I do at night, just to make mention of it. At night, because I love micro ingredients, if they come in a bag and it's busted or something, they will, send you a new one, and they don't even ask for the old one back, which I would gladly send, but they don't. So that's great. They're a great company. Customer service is amazing. This is slippery elm. This is what I make at night. I'm going to show this in a next video because I'm not drinking this now. I drink it at night, but you have to get it into a jelly-like consistency or slimy, like slime or whatever, and it coats your stomach and it helps at night if you have acid reflux or something like that. I really like this for nighttime. But you can do it in the day, but you can't do it when you're taking medicine within 2 hours because it says it can slow down the absorption of it. So that's something on that. But for day, I did add a new routine to, I have my almond milk in here heated up. You can use regular milk, but gastritis, can't really use much. So most of my products are almond. I have almond and coconut. I love the flavor of coconut, and I think coconut's really good for you as well. So that's my new go-to. And then I have almond creamer because some of the ingredients I'm going to add into this are a bit strong. So this gives it a little bit of flavor. So we have, the biggest thing is turmeric. I get, again, micro ingredient, or no, this is Anthony's, but micro ingredients, I believe, sells it as well. I got a big bag on Amazon, and this has lasted me forever because I put a very small amount in there. It is a very bright yellow product. So just to let you know, it will stain your fingers. If I can get the spoon out. Or your mouth. So as soon as you're done drinking this, like, you know, get in the sink and wipe your mouth off and look in the mirror just to make sure, because it'll stain, or it'll stain the sink, it'll stain anything. It is very, as you can see, very, very, it's more of an orange, but sometimes you get it and it's a little more yellowish. But anyway, so I'm going to put, sometimes I put a little more, but a little more, a little less. It just depends. But this is how much I'm going to use in it now. It might be a little strong, but again, it doesn't matter to me. I've been drinking it for a while. So I'll put that in my heated milk. And in between, just to make sure it doesn't clump, it is a mixing wand. Of course, it's stained from the turmeric because it splashes on it. But or frother, milk frother, or mixer, whatever it's called. But I do that to try to get all the clumps out. And this works the best. I mean, I'm not saying it gets everything. Maybe I'm not doing it right, but, you know, it really does. The other stuff I don't mix up as fast, but the turmeric I mix up pretty much right away. So the other ingredient I'm going to use, I have organic ginger. So I just put 2 sprinkles of that in there. Not too much, because ginger burns your mouth a little bit if you put too much in there. I have ground cinnamon. I would like to get an organic at some point. Just a little sprinkle. Excuse me. Sprinkle a tear of that. And the thing about turmeric is, I think the coconut oil, or yeah, itself helps you absorb it, but just in case, I'm going to still put the pinch of pepper in there. But the pinch of pepper actually helps your body absorb the turmeric and use it like it's supposed to. I noticed a huge difference in inflammation, like pain in my back, and my gastritis healing better when I did this. And my one of my sisters actually told me about that, so thank you. I didn't know. So just basically a little tiny pinch of pepper, not much. So then, what am I missing? Okay, so I put this in a Cool Whip bowl because, again, I ordered lion's mane from Micro Ingredients. The bag was busted in the bottom, so they're going to send me a new one. But I'm still going to use some of what I have because I really been excited to try lion's mane, because it's also an anti-inflammatory, but it's supposed to help out with depression and stuff like that as well, and anxiety. I'm not sure yet on that, but I will keep you updated on how I feel and sleep and all that. And there's so many different benefits of this immune system and such that that I don't even know. But I will keep you updated and let you know how it's going. So they say not to put too much in at first because it can make you wide awake. And I have noticed I am more awake with doing this. And I used to add it to my coffee, but it burns a little bit. So I might as well add it to my, my inflammatory concoction anyway. So that way I really don't taste it. So I'm going to put a little bit more in there this time, but a little spoonful, maybe a little bit more, just because it's in here. Okay, put a little more. But like I said, start out slow. Maybe half a teaspoon at first with that. That's probably good enough. So now I'm going to mix it because it gets clumpy very fast. And now my mixer doesn't want to work. That figures. There it goes. Batteries aren't bad in it, but I wonder if I got a little bit of liquid in it the other day. So I might have to get a new one. This was my mom's, so. Actually, you know, think about her a lot when I'm using this, because she used to use a lot of these when I was a kid, because she used to do the Slim Fast thing all the time. I remember sitting up watching her do that. So every time I see a Slim Fast can, I think of her. It actually wasn't half bad. It just wasn't very nutritious. So, okay. Now that that's over with, I'm going to add my creamer for flavor. And you can add as much as you want, so you don't taste the turmeric. Tumeric, I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm awful at pronouncing things. So, and I'm gonna, like I said, it stains everything, so be very careful. So I will clean that off in a minute, and I will drink this. It's not bad, but like I said, the lion's mane does burn a little bit more than what I am used to, but just drink it fast. Put a little bit more creamer in there. Like I said, that mushroom. To get it off, because like I said, you're gonna go around looking like you have a kid that drew, you know, a highlighter all over your face. So, but that is what I drink daily. The lion's mane is something new, but the other stuff was helping. My only problem is sometimes I take Excedrin or Motrin, and because I don't like to take other things, but then it tears up your stomach. So, and coffee. Coffee is, I love espresso, even though I water it down, but I can tell you that the lion's mane is new, but all the other stuff has been working for my gastritis and the slippery elm at night. Like I said, you can do it twice a day as well, as long as you're not taking it around medicine. It's just been great. I mean, I've been struggling with it for years and going to the doctors. I mean, of course, you still got to go to a doctor to ask them if that's what it is, and ask them if this is safe, if this is okay. That's a disclaimer. Again, this is something I personally do. But it has been working, and it's kind of sad that they can't tell you these things. I mean, my primary care doctor is great as well. He suggested papayas, which I can't stand the taste of, or maybe it's the smell, because they have a very like distinct smell that reminds me of vomit for some reason. It doesn't taste that bad, but the smell, I just can't get past it. But I will eat that when I need to, and that's supposed to help, I think, the mucus layer of your stomach, if I'm saying that right. But like there's certain foods that help protect your stomach and help with that as well. But this is just something that I don't think I could, you know, live without, because struggling with all the years of like being in pain and crying and feeling hunger pains and annoying pains, and them giving me pills that weren't even helping. It's just frustrating when they should do both. Offer the pills if you want the pills, offer some natural stuff to try. I don't know. I mean, I know it's something that they can't sell you, so they won't tell you about this stuff. And there's other things as well. Like if you can't take some of these, if you're allergic to them, whatever, there is so many things out there. You know, God didn't want us to pay thousands of dollars to the pharmaceutical companies for things. It's just a total, it's just crazy. It's sad. Especially when you're struggling with something. And I'm sure this helps other stomach issues as well. Like I said, I added the lion's mane for other reasons, but if I need more anti-inflammation, then great. If it helps my stomach even more, that'll be great. So I will keep you updated on that. And I just want to say that I thank all you for dealing with my weirdness. Like I said, I am the most awkward, and this is so hard for me to do. I do DoorDash, Instacart, Uber, and all that. Uber is the one I do the most. I really like the app, and I really like the customer service. But dealing with people and talking to people, I'm very awkward. And I tend to like stare at the ground, and, you know, and I'm not, you know, I try to make eye contact, but I am just not very good at that. And it just makes it very hard to do. So if any of you out there are doing that and feel the same way, know that you are not alone. I guess it was probably better during, you know, the pandemic when people were just like, just drop it off and walk away. You didn't have to really deal with anybody. I mean, but, I mean, sometimes like people are really nice and all, and they get it. And, you know, hey, I'm a little weird too. So, but, I hope this helps somebody out there. Again, this is something I do for myself. I love it. I don't mind the taste. I really am not sure if adding the creamer and the sugar makes it any less effective. I don't know, but I can't drink it without something sweet. There are sugar-free creamers out there as well if you're diabetic. But again, if you do any of this, check with your doctor because it might interfere with some medications. I don't know, but I'm really not on anything to worry about. So, and I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope my words helped you, and like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.